And welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a makeup look using the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. I'll show you inside. It's beautiful. Looks like this. We're going to do a warm smoky eye. Yeah, and I'm super excited about it. So it's going to be still quite natural, like a soft glam, but using that palette. So to start, I'm going to use the MAC Prep & Prime 24 Hour Eye Base. I'm just going to pop this on my eyelids with my finger. Desperately need to pluck my eyebrows. I should probably have done that before I started the video. And I've got a bit of eczema under my eyes, but I'm hoping we can just cover that up. So I'm going to take MAC 224 brush, a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with this colour here, which is Soothe Matte, this one down here. And I'm just going to pop this into the crease of the eye. Just taking a smaller brush, this is a MAC 221 brush. I'm just going to go in with this darker colour, it's called Ritual Matte, this one. And I'm just going to take it in the same place, but just keep it tighter to the crease, just for a little bit of definition. I always do my eye makeup with my eyes open, because then you can see exactly what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. If you need to raise your eyebrow a little bit, you can do. That can change the shape of the eye makeup. I'm just blending out with this big fluffy brush just so there's no harsh lines. And then the same on the other eye. And then taking this brush, which is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush in JH41. It's just a flat synthetic brush. I'm going to go in with a metallic shade. I'm going to go in with Story. This one, so it's like an orange toned metallic. I'm going to put this all over the lid of the eye. And then just for a little bit of extra glam, I'm going to take the Soothe line and this glitter here on the same brush, and I'm just going to take a dab of this, barely any of it, and I just want this down the centre, just for a bit of sparkle. I find these, if you want full coverage of the glitter, it works really well on your finger. If you just want a sheer wash, then a brush is the way to go. They're quite a tacky glitter, so you don't really need a glitter glue unless you want a full coverage of it, if that makes sense. Just because I don't want to go for this stereotypical black or brown liner, I'm going to take this one by Glossier Play, and it is called Disaster Class, and it is a gorgeous burgundy eyeliner. And I'm just going to line the top of my lashes. I don't want it too thick. I want to be a little bit more precise with this because I don't want to blend this out. I just want this to be a line. I find with my colour eyes, because have got a tiny bit of green in there, anything burgundy really just brings it out. Let's do some skin and then we'll come back and do mascara and underneath the eyes as well. So for the primer today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover Primer. And the foundation I'm going to use is this one, which I haven't been able to find this any other place than Amazon. But it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I saw somebody mention it maybe about a year ago, an American YouTuber, and I've not been able to find it literally anywhere other than Amazon. But I'm going to use the shade 208 Sun Beige, which is a tiny bit too dark for me, but my neck at the minute is a little bit more tanned than my face. I don't know really white, and it's a little bit more yellow, so this is gonna hopefully match that. So if it looks a bit orange, let's just deal with it, and it's a journey. And I'm just going to take this on a Soigné brush. I've just looked it up on Instagram because I can never say it. I always butcher the name. So it's called Soigné in the type Catwalk Contour, which is just a little brush to put some product on. But I've really been enjoying this brush for foundation because it's so little and you can really buff your foundation into the skin. So I really like this foundation because it is a light to medium coverage. You can build it up, but it's just got this natural, beautiful glow to it. It's definitely got some sort of shimmer in it, but you can't see the shimmer. But it's like it makes your skin just look beautiful. But you can sheer it out and it just looks like your skin, but better, if that makes sense. Yeah, just really getting it into the skin. Place always annoys me is when people miss around their nose. I like to buff and underneath the nose as well. Get a good buff in. Then just take a tiny little bit just underneath the jaw, but you can see it matches my neck. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on camera, but it actually matches my neck quite perfectly. So I just want to just take it on this bit what's naturally in the shadow when you tan, but I just leave my neck the way it is. So that's just a nice amount of coverage. And then we can hit the under eyes with some concealer. Just see if we can get rid of that little bit of eczema. So the concealer I'm going to use is the Chanel Le Corrector de Chanel in 20 Beige. And you know what? I'm going to use the same brush. Just under the eye. We don't want too much of this, and my dark circles aren't actually that bad at the minute. Just want to kind of get rid of the redness of my eczema. With that on, let's just go back to the under eyes. Take this liner again and just line this outer corner. And then just taking a little pencil brush, this is a JH39, I'm just going to smudge that out a little bit. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this first original colour that we used on the big fluffy brush and just run that underneath. I always like quite a smoky underneath of the eye. Draw less attention to the under eye dark circles. And then I'm just going to do a coat of L'Oreal Lash Paradise Primer. So it's a white mascara. And I'm going to curl my lashes actually. Let's get those curled first. And then I like to let that dry before I put my mascara on. I know it looks a bit crazy at the minute. So I'm going to do some bronzer whilst that's drying. I'm not going to powder my face today because I don't think it really needs it. I'm going to use this. This is my favourite bronzer. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Tan on a Real Techniques blusher brush. I'm just going to tan my face up a little bit. Just adds dimension to the face without having to contour. So I'm not contouring with this, I just want to add a bit of shape. And it's a lovely powder if you have dry skin because it's not too powdery, because it starts its life out as a slurry, which is like a creamy mixture, and then it's baked on the terracotta plate, which you can see in mine because I need a new one. So because it starts its life out as a kind of creamy liquid, it doesn't feel too powdery. I don't know if that makes sense. And now I'm going to use my all-time favourite blush. Sometimes I mix it up, but I will always go back to this one. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Blusher in Cheeky Bits. And you can see in the pan, it's not a flat blush, it's got a sheen to it, it's just beautiful. I'm going to use another Soigné brush in Glow and Go. Now I've learned how to say the name of the brushes and want to use them all the time. And just pop some on the apples of my cheeks. And it is such a natural flush colour. I just love this blush. And plus it makes my cheeks even more glowy. I also just took a tiny bit over the bridge of my nose when there was nothing left on the brush, just to give me that like glowy skin. It just makes you look like you've just had a little sit out in the sun for half an hour and got a little bit flushed. Love it. And then highlighter, I'm just going to use the same brush because why not? I'm going to use the Illamasqua highlighter in Oh My God. And it looks like this. It's beautiful because it's not glittery. It's got no glitter in it whatsoever, which a lot of highlighters nowadays do. It's just purely sheen. Golden sheen. Getting a tiny bit on the nose. Like that. And now I think it's time to put some mascara on. So that is the mascara on. And now I've got a new brow product to try. This is from Glossier and it is Boy Brow in the colour brown. And it is the smallest little brush I've ever seen, but you get loads of product on the actual brush. I'll show you how small the brush is. It is teeny. But yeah, you get loads of product on the actual brush. So I'm just taking some off. I've only used this once and I really liked it. So just going to brush through the brows. And because it's got that tint to it, you can kind of fill in some gaps. So you don't actually need to really use any pencil. So ready for Manchester to come out of lockdown and then I can go and get my eyebrows done. Desperate. Now for lips, I'm going to use a Morphe lip pencil in the colour Bay. I've not actually used this one before. Let's see what this colour is like. I'm just going to slightly overdraw, but not loads. Oh, it's pinker than I thought. It's a really nice colour, but I thought from the colour of that, I thought it was going to be dead brown, but it's really pink. So I've filled the whole lip in with that lip liner, and then I'm just going to put a tiny bit just in the centre of a MAC lipstick in Shy Girl. And that is the finished look. So this is how you can do a bronzy, goldeny, smoky eye, but with some actual glitter without it looking too dramatic. So it's still a lovely soft glam, still something you could wear during the day and also during the night, but it has that like twinkle when the light hits your eye. So I really hope you enjoyed this and I will see you all in my next video. See you later.